Hello everybody, this is Limitz bringing you guys a 1v1, this time against Forges Down, and this is just right after the Clunk and Forges Down 3v3 game. Forge was pretty angry and was calling me out to a 1v1 and said I was afraid to play him and making claims that he would smash me. So I accepted his challenge, but it was actually kind of hard to set this up because every single time I switched my leader to Anders, he wanted to play the Brute or the Arbiter on a map that favored the Brute or the Arbiter, such as Release. And then on maps like if I switched to the Brute, he would switch to Forge. So eventually we settled on Forge vs. Anders, and he was pretty confident that he could beat my Anders with his Forge. I'm more known for a Covey player, but I used to be a UNSC player, so I'm pretty confident that my Anders is still gonna roll Forge over. And so we're playing on Tundra, and we decided on Tundra because Elysium said that was probably a pretty even Forge and Anders map. But I do think that I have a little bit of an advantage on this map as an Anders. However, since Forge plays nothing but UNSC, he's got a little bit of a not so rusty UNSC. I'm playing with like little UNSC repetition as of late. Anyways, I'm pretty much dominating the supply drop here. I out-crate Forge pretty badly this game. And I think he's terrified that I'm going to get Gunner and kill his hogs, but he scouted me out really early, and I don't think he realized that I went Temple 3rd. Or I mean, not Temple 3rd. See, that's how much I play Covenant, guys. I went Reactor 3rd. But anyways, I'm gonna stand tall to my claim here that Forge is pretty much only useful as a UNSC 3v3 player and nothing else. Not efficient in 1v1 or 2v2. And you guys are gonna see that throughout this video, because as I said, I don't even play UNSC a whole bunch. And it's been a good solid year and a half since I've actually played competitively with UNSC, and this game is not even a contest. There's some things in this video that are just completely sad, and it's just bad. I mean, I'm playing really relaxed and back. I'm not even playing aggressively with my Anders because I'm just trying to keep my economy up with the Forge. And I don't know if he's going to be pushing on me or not, so I just keep clicking his base because I want to beat him to Fortress, or at least stay with him on Fortress. And I have Fortress now, but I don't have enough money for the reactor, and he's still on a station. So back when I did play UNSC pretty competitively in 1v1 as an Anders, it was really tough to keep Fortress to Fortress with a Forge, and now I'm getting my reactor up on a Fortress and he's still on a station, and I see that he's got 5 points, so he's probably clearing out a base and probably overbuilt hogs is what I'm assuming. So I don't really feel like going out there and losing my hogs, so I'm just going to kind of sit back and casually play defense. He just gets Fortress, so I know I'm ahead of him right now. The only thing he's got ahead of me right now is probably a nice hog lead. But I'm going to pump out a Gremlin, because if he pushes right now with a whole bunch of hogs, I'm going to have to be playing defense and hold off on my vehicle depot. So I'm going to queue up my first tank. and get another gremlin out here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear out this base in front of me here. And I was going to take it on there with my hogs, but then I was like, if I get hit while trying to take out that base, and I lose quite a few units. See, right there's Forges down, and he has about 7 or 8 Grenadier hogs. But by the time he has 7 or 8 Grenadier hogs out, I already have a tank, 2 gremlins, and 5 hogs myself. So I'm pretty far ahead of him, economically and unit-wise. So that was a really, really late Grenadier push, and accomplished nothing. So I'm going to have my hogs take out these rebels while my tank focuses on the turret. And it's a really easy way to clear out this close base next to you. And then I haven't played UNSC, as I said. I sit there and I try and stun the turret with my gremlins on the rebel base, and I'm like, oh yeah, that doesn't even work. So that was pointless right there. And I know that he cleared out that base right there, and the reason is because I'm gonna click the base over here, and I see that it's still a rebel base. So I know that the base that Forge took out is gonna be that one over there. So I'm sending one hog to scout it, and I see that he's got a tank there, and the base is just now building. So he does have his secondary planted before me, but I'm not too far behind, and the good thing is my bases are easier to defend because they're right next to each other. And apparently I hit a button that I didn't collect those resources, so in a minute here I'm going to have my hogs collect those resources. And so I'm just going to play defensively because I know if the later this game goes, I'm going to win just for the simple fact I have gremlins and he doesn't. But I have a good amount of tanks and gremlins that I'm just going to go straight into Tech 3 here. And I'm going to send my Warthog up to see where his tanks are coming from. I don't know if he's going to be coming from the side to hit my main or what. And I do have, I do remember how I used to play Anders in 1v1. So this is a build that I am familiar with doing. It's probably outdated, I don't know. But Forge is going to push on me here. I'm going to queue up Canny, get another gremlin out, and I'm just mass killing, murdering everything he has. So I'm going to be able to take out all of his hogs and one tank, and he manages to kill some of my hogs and one of my gremlins. So looks like he got all of my hogs and one gremlin, and I got all of his hogs and a tank. And I successfully have a canister shell coming up. And I know that I'm super far ahead of him, so I'm just going to go. I feel like I have my foot on his throat, so I'm just going to keep the pressure on. And I'm actually just going to go for the kill, I should say, by getting Tech 4 and getting Chain Amp and PT right off the bat here. And I'm going to have my tanks be the meat shield. I always keep the gremlins in the back for the stun. So I have PT queued up. I'm gonna wait to get chain amp before I down tech. And now I'm going to down tech, throw up another supply pad, queue up a gremlin. And I'm thinking about healing these guys, but I'm not quite sure if I want to. I don't know if it's going to be worth it. I could probably just pump out another tank. So and then I'm going to sit here and I'm going to wait until I get probably like another gremlin out or two, or my next tank. But then I start sitting here thinking, you know what, I should probably start and use that heal. So before I take off and leave, I'm actually going to heal my tanks. I think I'm waiting on the money right now for the heal. I'm going to line my tanks up and heal them. But I don't want to give Forges Down too much time to also go toe to toe with me, so I'm going to check up on him. I see that he went station, so I don't think he's anywhere near power turret, which means he's probably building Cobras, and he's probably looking to defend his expansion. So I start heading towards his expansion here, and I'm like, well, I'm just going to end the game, screw this. So I'm just going to go to his main base, because I have a feeling that all of his units are by his expo, just a hunch. And from experience, that's usually what people do on this map, is they keep their units right next to their expo. So I'm just going to go sweep in right on the main base here. And as I'm sweeping in on the main base, I see that he's just pumping a tank. He's not teching power turret or anything, so I'm going to send 2 gremlins over here to stun. But I actually mass panic here, and I think I hit all units. Actually, I might have. I did, but not all of them went off. But I panicked there. And then I refocus it here and start microing. See, he uses the carpet, so I use the freeze. I didn't even need the freeze. It was just kind of like, I'm gonna do this because I can. So anyways, guys, Forges Down gets destroyed in his 1v1 challenge against me, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video, so please comment, rate, and subscribe.